Yeah, shit their ringer. Don't laugh, though. Do you remember famous photos of the internet where this guy fed pigeons this laxative food that was laced with it, and they always in this park and shat all over these expensive cars in the street?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was a bit of, that's using the internet for good, I would imagine. So, yeah, we would love to know what you would like to come back from a fast food restaurant. It could be anything.
Actually, we might start...
I'd like Pizza Hut to bring back the proper bases they used to have.
Or the all-you-can-eat restaurants.
Yeah, well...
The hangover cure restaurants.
Yeah, the hangover cure restaurants. We would love to know. So jump on our website and let us know. It is theburble.com.au.
Loose talk, even looser opinions.
This is the best show on earth.
This is The Burble.
Moving away from fast food to a fast getaway, Benny. What a segue that was too, by the way. I really enjoyed that.
Very nice.
Anyway, a man has walked into a bank in the UK. And we were only talking about this last week, or the week before.
Yeah, we missed
about
the
bank robberies.
Bank robberies. They don't happen anymore. I miss them.
Well, anyway, this guy thought he'd bring it back. So he went to stick up the old bank, right?
Yeah.
And said, "This is a stick up. Give me the cash." Like, sticking with the classics. You got to love him.
Yeah.
But here's the twist.
Yeah.
Or maybe the bend, rather, in the story. He actually pointed a banana at them. Now he's been nicked. And he's been given a 14-month prison sentence.
14 months for a banana.
Well, he tried to rob a bank with it. He had fruit with intent, I suppose, mate.
Fruit with intent.
Yeah.
And then to get away, he could just peel the banana and leave it there.
Throw it behind him so all the coppers fall over. Yeah, he had it all right. Yeah, but anyway, Lawrence Vonderdell, that's a handle and a half.
It is.
Of 50 years of age, convinced staff that the banana was a gun. So they handed over 1,100 quid in $20 notes. Now, he was in Bournemouth in Dorset.
Yep.
He left the staff terrified after the event as well. He then approached 2 police officers. Oh, this gets better.
Yep.
Telling them he just carried out a bank robbery, but they didn't believe him and he was sent on his way.
Wow.
He then walked another 2 miles. He could have stumped up for a cab. He had 1,100 quid. Called an Uber. Anyway, well, maybe Mario could have picked him up in the cart, you know? He had the banana. Anyway, walked another 2 miles to the police station where he fronted up and was then arrested for robbery.
So by the time the bank must have pushed the button and said, you know, I've gone and done this. Mm-hmm. So because, well, didn't he go to another bank with a banana, but he walked out because there were too many people in the bank? So he went to Barclays instead. Is that what happened?
This is apparently what he did. He went to the first bank, Nationwide Bank. I mean, neither of these banks we have in Australia, but anyway. Went to the first bank, was a bit busy. So he went, waits too long to rob this place with a banana. I'll go to one with less lines. He was witnessed pacing up and down in front of the bank with a banana before he actually did it. And he had a Sainsbury's carrier bag over the banana. So he went to like the equivalent of Woolies.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Well, he would have had to rob a bank to pay for the bag.
So anyway, he's gone into a bank with a banana in a plastic bag. That sounds laughable, but the cashier apparently didn't know. Is that
That's what the judge said.
That's what the beak said, did he?
Yeah, and then he went on to say, what would have happened if an armed response unit had been called? Imagine if one of those guys had a watermelon.
Yeah, or like cherry bombs.
Cherry bomb. But apparently he carried out the robbery because he wanted to be arrested so he'd have a roof over his head because he'd been evicted.
Had he now?
He had. So he's thought to himself, well, Her Majesty will give me 3 hots and a cot.
Yep.
Since I've just been hoofed out of my own place. So he went and got himself a banana from Sainsbury's probably.
Did he pinch it?
Maybe. Maybe that's all he would have had to done. Just go to the cop shop and say, I've stolen a banana. Do you reckon you would have jailed him over a banana?
Well, most of those places these days have that free fresh fruit for kids thing, so to entertain the kids when they come into the supermarket.
Well, maybe they could have done him for false pretenses for a 50-year-old man trying to pass off he was a kid.
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
Picture this as you're off on a work training session and you've got to travel for a night away from home.
Righto.
That's bleak enough already. Now, just imagine you've accidentally booked yourself into a hotel that describes itself as the UK's leading adult sexual entertainment venue.
Right.
Well,
I don't know how that's bleak.
That's exactly what one poor 32-year-old man did. Let's call him Adam.
All right, let's call him Adam.
Let's call him Adam. Now, look, staying in hotels anywhere near a big city is pretty bloody expensive at the best of times. But if you're only there for a night and you're offered a room for, say, £30. Most people would jump at that chance, get to lay down. So, you got yourself a cot. It's all fine. Well, in this story, as Adam did that just before realizing that he was, in fact, it was a swingers hotel. He's gone on. He's told the geniuses at Lad Bible that he was off to the Birmingham area for a work training course, went online, found a hotel, phoned him up, booked it. Right?
Righto, yep.
Done. Didn't want any details or anything. He didn't think anything of it, and it was £30 a night. So he goes, brilliant, score, awesome. £30 in Birmingham, cheap as hell. All the other places were like $90 a night. So he had to expect that something was up. Well, when he got there, in a reception they told him his room number, and he was walking up the stairs, and there were adult-themed pictures everywhere. So he gets up to the landing, got to his door. There was a sex swing there. He goes, all right. When he got into his room, though, he saw other things there that pretty much confirmed that it was...
Oh, Jesus.
That would have been a dead giveaway. Like, on the landing there is a sex swing.
That is a full-on sex swing.
On the landing.
And it's like one of those professional ones. It's all made of rubber, so you just hose it out.
Yeah. So in this situation, most of it would just chalk it up to experience, wouldn't you say, and just try to leave or just grin and bear it. However, it wasn't going to be that simple for old Adam. Adam continued. Wonder if Israel Folau would have something to say about this.
My Lord.
Because his name is Adam and he's gone and stayed in this hotel. Anyway, I'm not going back on that.
No, don't.
Adam continued. About 10 minutes later, the owner popped up. She didn't knock. She just came straight in and said that there was a built-in club downstairs. She said, this is a swingers venue, but you may have already realised that by now. You're more than welcome to come downstairs. Well, he said it was interesting to say the least as. Now, it turns out that this is a mistake that could happen to all of us. So everyone loves a bargain, though. You do. You're frug.
I do like a bargain.
And I've checked this. Yes, it features on popular hotel sites.
Yeah, but see, I think the dead giveaway would be when you go to book in. It doesn't ask you for how many nights you want to stay, but rather how many hours.
Yeah, well,
really? I think that's a giveaway.
He added, when you arrive there, because not only swingers stay there, apparently in the weekdays it's open to the public to stay there, and at weekends it's only there for the private members. He was there in the week, okay, and there's a sign that says not to use the toys in the public areas on weekdays because of public guests.
So they don't take the sex swings down.
No. So he spoke to one guy from Germany who works in the area a lot and said he doesn't swing and knew nothing about it, but he's been staying there for the simple fact that it's £30 a night. So the real question is, did he use the facilities? Well, sort of. To be fair, you might only find yourself in this sort of situation once by accident. So he went down to the club to see what it was all about. He got his lifetime membership for it. He went down there by himself and they signed him up and took him downstairs. He was shown the dungeon, the torture rooms, the dogging area. For those of you who don't know what dogging is, Az is now about to tell you what dogging is. Can you explain to the layman, to the verbal listener listening right now through the speakers or their headphones, just exactly as what dogging is?
Do I really have to?
Yeah, I'd like you to.
Oh, all right.
Because this totally 180s the move we had at the top of this podcast with...
So dogging.
Yeah, I wonder if Israel knows what dogging is. But anyway,
Well, he's dogged Australia.
Continue.
Anyway, dogging. Dogging is the act of having sex with strangers in public places who you've never met before.
Yep.
And will never meet again.
Yep.
So you get on some random internet site or the paper or however they bloody hook up. I've got no idea. Probably Tinder or Grindr or something like that.
Or the dark web.
Or the dark web. And they basically go, I'm here at this point in time. I'm in Central Park. I want a route. And then someone will go, okay. And then you basically just turn up, bang, and go on your merry way.
Yep.
That's what dogging is.
That's dogging. Now, dogging's been dealt a blow worldwide.
Has it?
Yeah, just quickly, I'm just going to diverge on this. Because they shut the personal side of Craigslist down.
Oh, did they?
Now, Craigslist, if you wanted to see some up shit,
yep,
Craigslist
was the place to be.
Was the one for you. They've just shut it down now. So where did these people go? Where did these Craigslist refugees?
They're still there somewhere.
Where do they seek asylum?
Well, maybe they're on like Ian's list or Barry's list or something.
I wonder if someone did set that up.
Why is it called Craigslist?
Because the bloke Craig, he wanted to sell a couch, and so he set up a thing called Craigslist.
Yeah, fair enough. That was a boring story.
Well, anyway, he went up the staircase and he could have fallen on the floor laughing. It was pieces of wood cut into trees with painted bits on it, and the bench was in the corner. It was so funny. He said he was on the floor laughing. Now,
what goes in those?
I do not know.
So-
Now, he added that all you could hear was other people in other rooms doing stuff, whipping, chains, scraping against the walls until about 5 or 6 in the morning. However, though, he said the rooms were really clean and tidy, but the beds was the worst night's sleep he's ever had in his life. Now, he opened his eyes, and hopefully he didn't get pink eye, because it's never crossed his mind before to swing. He is open-minded, but he said he won't be returning.
He's got a lifetime membership.
That's exactly. I think they just did that just to,
Take the piss.
piss.
Well, that's in the other room.
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
Where the absolute do people come up with this shit as? Let's go through it. Planking, internet sensation.
Well, yeah.
The Tide Pod Challenge.
That was just natural selection at work.
Now, what was the other one? Was it dry cinnamon?
Oh, the cinnamon challenge. And then there was the ice bucket challenge.
Yeah. Well, the Ice Bucket Challenge raised
Well, it did
awareness
eventually
and money.
raise money.
Yeah.
And then there was the let's not be a f***wit on the internet challenge, which everyone's failed, basically.
Yeah, everyone is failing that. Well, there's a brand new one, Az.
Oh, goody.
Now, it's a sickening video, but a 16-year-old from Conway, Arkansas can be seen repeatedly punching a 12-year-old boy with brass knuckles.
Oh, we got dark all of a sudden, Benny. What the hell's going on?
The video was uploaded onto Instagram, okay? May 31st, the day that the attack took place, claiming it was an insta-challenge. The victim's family showed the footage to local police the next day, and this kid was arrested. Now, amazingly, he pled not guilty to first-degree battery and possessing an instrument of crime. Now, it is brass knuckles.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
Yep. So he was 12 years old. Now, he can be seen talking with a girl who's trying to talk him out of attacking the 12-year-old. She says, you don't have to do this, but he's having none of it. He shows the girl away, flips off the camera, and sucker punches the victim from behind.
Jesus.
You're watching
Why?
it now.
Why?
Then he's repeatedly punching him.
Does this kid know that he's getting punched, or is it just like, oh, go and punch that guy?
No, he didn't know. So apparently now this is the ridiculously stupid new thing.
The coward punch challenge.
Well, that's what he called it, but
This kid's a coward. That's all he is.
he is, absolutely. It's a 23-second clip. I'm not going to share it on our
No, don't,
page.
because he doesn't deserve any more of our time.
This is scary. If this is going to happen, these new stupid challenges, why don't you stop that and leave it to the cast of Jackass? Well, even they can't cop it anymore because that's what they used to do. This is the such and such challenge.
Yeah.
And they do
But they
something
were all
stupid.
willing participants. He just sucker punched that kid from behind. He had no idea he was going to get hit in the head.
I know.
How about this? I've got a new challenge for everyone out there in internet land. Let's do the finish school and not get pregnant challenge.
Yeah, I'm going to piss on your hopes and dreams there, as I mean, most of the western suburbs are failing at that, and I'm not even going to name.
We need to use our Instagram influence to get in there.
Yeah, we could start a GoFundMe page, save the kids from themselves. And but when I said western suburbs, I didn't mean one specific place whatsoever. It just so happens to be all western suburbs. Any western suburbs of any place ever seem to be bad.
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
As we haven't had a good emergency room story for a little while. However, though, you have come to the table with a really good drunken story.
Drunk man stories. From the land of what possibly could go wrong.
Oh, Poland.
Poland.
Jesus, that's... Watch what you're saying there, mate.
Okay. The drunken joyride is pretty well established as one of the more foolish things to do while drunk, right?
You find keys in something, you just go for a ride.
Yeah, and crash into things. And
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
The 14th of June this year was probably one of the most recent and one of the more batshit insane examples. So in the town of Pezhenko, I'm going to say?
Pezhenko, or Pezheno, or whatever it is. Yeah.
In this joint in Poland anyway, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The coppers got a call late night, which was a little bit alarming.
Yeah.
Now, it was basically there's a bloke in a T-55 Soviet tank cruising about, having a laugh, probably playing some bad NSYNC or something on the stereo.
Hang on a minute. So he's in the tank. When you drive a tank, you're actually in the thing itself.
Yeah, you're down in the guts of the tank.
So you're not sticking out the top.
No, that's the commander or shell guy. Or
The gunner.
The gunner, yeah.
Something like that. How did he get a hold of a tank? Like, who gets a tank?
It's
Who's got a tank?
He's right next to the old Soviet Republic. You can buy a space shuttle if